So thank you for joining me. So this is going to be a reading for the Twin Flame Collective. All right, it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's still a general read. It's not gender or zodiac specific. And as always, you have to use your own discernment. Okay, the intent here is basically to help the Twin Flame Collectives to navigate the energies around them at this time. The single most important part of the Twin Flame journey is union with the self. Recognizing that you're already whole, you're already complete, and you are consciousness. Never ever keep yourself stuck. Keep pushing forward and focus on your self-growth and your soul's journey. And more importantly, ensure that you're not dealing with an individual who, how do I put this? Make sure that you're not dealing with an individual who is just straight up abusive, okay? Ensure that you are actually dealing with a twin flame counterpart. We hear quite a lot of misconceptions surrounding twin flames, and it's very frustrating. A twin flame counterpart is not an abusive person, okay? If you're dealing with an abusive person, then you're dealing with something else other than a twin flame. Right, so you've just watched me cut the deck, and what we're going to do, we've got their energy, their blockages, your energy, your blockages, what connects you, the potential outcome, and message from Spirit. Right. Okay, so we're going to go through this one by one, and you have Zodiac signs: Capricorn, you got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces again, Taurus, Gemini and Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck you have all of the 4 fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It's ruled by Saturn, so it can also be Capricorn energy. Now, this is a really awkward read because some of you are dealing with, and it's bizarre because for those of you who've been with me quite a while, like you would have picked up on the fact that I never ever at the start of the Twin Flame readings mention about anyone being abusive. I was feeling in your pre-shuffle that somebody is very specifically dealing with an individual who is not their twin flame counterpart, and they have bought into the misconceptions of the twin flame connection. Okay, I was feeling it in your pre-shuffle. I felt the very strong need to mention it when we were opening your read, and now we're seeing it actually in your read as well. So someone is dealing with an individual that is not their twin flame counterpart. And whoever that is, you need to cut off communication immediately with the individual who is lying, who is deceiving, and who is straight up a dangerous person. Okay, so whoever that's resonating for, cut off communication with them, straight up. A twin flame situation, it's a divine connection. And also, you do not need to be in union with your twin flame counterpart, because the whole point of a twin flame journey is union with self. It's a catalyst for your change, a catalyst for your personal growth. Right? So vitally important that whoever is dealing with the devil energy, cut them off immediately. Okay, right, so to pick up pace on this read, let's get into it. Your overall energy, the world. So this is all about cycles coming to an end. So I'm feeling, with the combination of the Hierophant being here as well, there's a karmic cycle that's come to an end. Okay, now this could be either you have decided to end all karmic cycles and to wipe your slate clean and start picking yourself up again and making improvements on your life, or your person has, okay? It can be vice versa. Remember the type of reading and the type of connection that this is. One counterpart does something, the other person shortly follows suit, okay? Because it's all about the energy. So you've changed up your energy and you have tied off the loose ends of your past. You're definitely making plans for your future, and you found new inspiration as well. So very creative energies surrounding you at this time. And you're currently trying to figure out, brilliant, I've been given, it feels like a new chance at life. I've been given a new opportunity, a new shot at things. I'm going to really see what I can make of this now, okay? It's, the word I would use to describe it is bittersweet. There is definitely a bittersweet vibe. And again, this connection has been the catalyst to that. Now, I'm going to get into your counterpart's energy, and please, again, use your own discernment, because this could well be in reverse, all right? So their energy and their blockages, that could easily be your energy and your blockages, all right? It simply depends on what side of the table is resonating for you, okay? So do keep an open mind. Okay, the devil. Not good, admittedly, not good. However, let's not jump to any conclusions straight away. Their energy, with it coming out with the Ace of Cups being the blockage, they are very rigid. It's a funny one because it's the devil. The Seven of Coins, Four of Wands, and the Sun. Yeah. Okay, so Taurus, Aries, and Leo. Okay, your person's energy, they have brought on quite a lot of, I want to use the word bad karma. They're working through karmic debts at this time. And again, like the devil, the Hierophant, the world, there's so much karmic energy in this read. And the Seven of Coins. When you think about the Seven of Coins, it's literally all about you reap what you sow. It's a card of harvest. What you put in, you get back out again. They are dealing with a really difficult situation that with this devil, it's not easy for them to break free from. So it could be an addiction. They could well be working through an addiction, but again, it feels like it's something that they have brought upon themselves, because, I mean, if that is an addiction, it's like, well, nobody forced them to drink. No one forced them to take drugs. I mean, there needs to be accountability here. And that's a really difficult lesson that your person's going through. It's that lesson of needing to take accountability, taking responsibility as well. Four of Wands and the Sun. So, like, these energies are really conflicting. For some of you, your person's bad behaviour of the past might well have caused them to lose their family, lose access to their kids. So this reading is really, really confused, because I do feel very strongly that there are two very specific groups of twin flames that is watching this. Two very, very specific groups. One group who is straight up dealing with, let's just say, not a very nice individual, and there's a trauma bond there that has made you feel like this is a twin flame connection when it actually isn't. And then the other group of you, you're dealing with a genuine twin flame connection, and they are going through that really difficult transition, and they're honestly trying to improve themselves, and they've sat there and gone, yeah, do you know what, actually, yeah, I did do all these things to myself. I'm taking accountability, I'm taking responsibility, and I understand I need to make the changes. Like they understand completely that they are the only ones that can heal themselves. No one else can do it for them. Yeah, fair enough, others can support them, be supportive, but they can't actually do the healing work for them. For some of you, you could be dealing with a workaholic who, you know, that this person would rather just be addicted to their work rather than face how they feel, because the Ace of Cups is in their blockage. That for me is crystal clear. They are avoiding their feelings and their emotions because they can't deal. They don't know what to do with their emotions. Okay, your energy is absolutely amazing. It's the Magician. So you are taking on the world right now, and we saw that there as well. Like literally, you're looking at the world with a fresh pair of eyes, and you have also understood that life is basically what you make it. Life is what you make it. It's weird because I've just noticed that there's a shadow in this card. It looks like a dark, shadowy figure behind this Magician. I feel that that's your counterpart that's watching you. They are definitely following your lead. And you might not be aware that they're keeping tabs on you, but they definitely are. I am feeling it so strong in this read. It's like they're watching you as an example to follow, because you're in this highly co-creative energy. Like literally the Magician's all about co-creating with the universe, making the best of what you got, finding the abundance, creating a life that you're happy with rather than chasing happiness. You're creating it. Very creative energy. And in communication with the universe as well, going with the flow rather than fighting against it, magnetically attracting things in towards you, and your counterparts watching you from the shadows and going, how are they managing it? How are they doing it? How are they managing to carry themselves so well? It's because you've already learnt all of those difficult lessons that they're currently going through. Basically, your person is about 10 steps behind you, and they're using your example as a good example to follow. You're very focused as well with this Magician energy, and it's brilliant because it's like the for a while you've been coming up against blockage after blockage, feeling like you've just been banging your head up against a brick wall. Way too much emphasis put on the connection rather than your own journey. But now you've flipped the tables, you've flipped the script, and you've understood, okay, the important thing about this connection is that spiritual journey. It's that getting to know myself on a more intimate level. It sounds rude, but you know what I mean. Getting to know who you are beyond the physical, and understanding that actually we all have power. We can all co-create. We can all make the life that we desire for ourselves when we apply ourselves. And that's what you're doing. You're applying yourself to your journey. And it has, look at this symbol on his chest. That's the healing symbol. Some of you could be in the healing profession, doctors, nurses, and anything like that. You could be Reiki healers, or any other kind of spiritual healer as well. Doesn't necessarily have to just be physical healers, but the majority of you are healers in this read. The majority of you are. And you're getting in tune with your healing abilities, and you're creating you're creating waves of positivity as well. It's really, really refreshing, but it's not been easy for you. You're just making it look easy. That's all. Your blockage, the Hierophant, so there's still a bit of stubbornness here. Well, I say a bit. It's Taurus energy, so let's get real. Very stubborn, not a bit, very stubborn. There's a vibe here of the way that things have always been done. So your blockages are the fact that you're still in some ways putting a lot of restrictions on yourself, for whatever reason. I don't know. Let's have a look. Why the Hierophant, please, in the collective's blockage? And also as well, I'm sorry for sounding really strict at the beginning of the read. It was just, it was a really overbearing energy that was coming through, you know, that some of yous are dealing with an individual that's not actually your twin flame. Okay, so the Hierophant is clarified with Justice, Libra energy, 3 of Swords, more Libra, and Queen of Swords, more Libra. Wow. You could well have heavy Libran placements in your own chart. That's always possible, because remember the zodiacs that I mentioned, it has to be taken with a grain of salt, okay? They could well be placements in your own chart. But again, the karma, like straight up. Justice, that's another card of karma. The universal energies, 3 of Swords and Queen of Swords. So your blockages, I'll tell you what's going on here. Some of you are Aquarius, definitely, as well. I don't know why that's coming through. I'm getting this overbearing vibe of Aquarian energy. Again, I don't fully understand what that's about. It could well be because you're trying to do things differently. That could be where I'm picking up on that Aquarian energy, because Aquarians are, it's kind of like the trendsetters. You know, Aquarians are the ones who go against the grain. And that would make sense, actually. That would. It's 11th house energy, isn't it? So, yeah, you're trying to do things differently. You're tired of putting these restrictions on yourself. These restrictions have come in through the way that others have treated you in the past. There's like an icy cold. Some of you have got a really good poker face. No one can get a good read on you because of your poker face. There's this icy exterior that you have built up over the years, and for a long while a lot of you have felt disconnected from society as well, because you sat there and seen the way that people treat each other, and it's absolutely disgusting and you hate it. You absolutely despise the way that others can treat other humans and animals, just everyone else in general. It's made you really disconnected from society at large. So we see that this connection absolutely has been the catalyst for you getting back in touch with not so much your humanity, although yes, the issue is about humanity with that Aquarian energy. It absolutely is about humanity, but it's you being able to be kind, loving and nurturing in a society that is otherwise very cold, cruel and domineering. You're getting back in touch with the softer side of your nature, and that softer side has been AWOL for a long time because of the experiences that the other inhabitants of the world, shall we say, have put you through. It's very deep. It's really, really deep. You coming round to the idea of that compromise between still being kind, soft-natured, well-mannered within a toxic environment, and to still keep your boundaries as well. So there's that balance. That's why justice has come out, because it's balance. Everything's about balance. And again, if you're a regular here, you'll hear me bang on about balance constantly. Like, some of you will be sick to the back teeth of me saying it, but everything's about balance. You're balancing out internally that softness with still keeping your boundaries. Boundaries doesn't mean to say that you have to cut absolutely everybody off and that you have to be cold and rigid in a cold and rigid world. You can still be soft-natured, gentle, kind and loving, and still stand up for yourself when others try and take the mickey. It's that balance. It's you getting comfortable with defending yourself, standing up for yourself. Because you know that everything has to be equal, everything has to be fair. You can't all be cold all of the time, but you can't always be soft and gentle all of the time. Oftentimes, situations outside of your control is going to demand that you put up those boundaries with certain individuals. Wow. Okay. What connects you? The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is what connects you. Wish fulfillment, happiness, contentment. Now, it's actually a really amazing card, the Nine of Cups. Because it's the 9, not the 10. You got the 10 here, but you have the 9 that has come before the 10, which is the correct order of doing things. What connects you both is you're both understanding, and it sounds trite and patronising. I'm really, really sorry. However, that's what's coming out in your read. You're understanding that your happiness and your contentment comes from one place and one place only, and that is not through others. All right? This is what's connecting you two. You're finally understanding the power of self. The potential outcome, the 10 of Cups. Completion. Absolute contentment with all aspects of your life. Happy home, happy family, happy job. Feeling loved and at peace. Because it's come from internal sources rather than external sources. And boom, look what happens. You go from the 9 to the 10. And this particular twin flame journey has been an extremely painful process. But look what you're getting at the end of it. Total contentment, peace, love. Understanding when you can lower your I want to say your icy shield, and when to put it back up again. It's important to have one, don't get me wrong. Absolutely important, because if you didn't have boundaries, people would just walk all over you and take advantage and exploit you for every single thing that you've got. It's important to have boundaries. But it's equally as important to know when is the right time to use them as well. Okay, message from Spirit, the 5 of Swords. Now, this is a difficult energy. And we are going to have to clarify this one, okay, because it can be about bullies, theft, violence, abusive relationships. Someone basically trying to overpower you. I get this feeling of being overpowered. So let's clarify this one. Why the Five of Swords, please? Thank you. Okay. Seven of Cups. Yeah. So for anybody who is confused, is really, I understand now completely why that message was coming out right at the start of your read. I get it. It's always extremely concerning to me when I hear stories of others in abusive situations and they're determined that that is their twin flame counterpart. Your message from Spirit is literally try and see through the confusion. Make sure that you're seeing everything for the way that it truly is, rather than the way that you want it to be. And anyone who is dealing with an abusive situation, you have to see clearer. You have to see through the confusion, and you have to see the abuse for what it actually is. The divine would never ever send you an abusive counterpart. Normally, people like that are put in front of us so that we will understand our true worth and our true value. Whoever's putting up with it, it's time for you to stop putting up with it and to cut them out. It's time to be realistic. You can't afford to be sentimental right now. For whoever that message is, you cannot afford to be sentimental. You have to cut out whoever it is that is the dangerous individual. Okay. At some point in the future, I'm going to have to do more videos about twin flames, just to try and break down the barriers and bust open the myths and the misconceptions about twin flames. I think that would be really helpful. But for now, though, for this read, listen, if you know that you're dealing with a dangerous person, you have to free yourself, all right? What's under there? The Knight of Wands. Okay. Strength, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins. For those twin flames where your counterpart is dealing with another family situation, that situation's getting really toxic really quickly. And like, say if your counterpart is with what is known as a karmic, that situation's breaking apart really quickly. Okay, right, let's keep the pace moving. So Twin Flame Collective, please. Thank you. Okay, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Yeah, exactly. Love never claims. If someone's trying to own you and control you, that's not love, because love never claims, it allows and gives. could have sworn that we had a card then that flipped over. Okay, let's try again. It might flip over again, we'll see. So twin flames, thank you. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yeah. So you can energetically send healing towards your counterpart and towards yourself. And transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. It's beautiful. Just the twin flames, please. Thank you. Okay, focus. It's a beautiful card. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm going to hold this up for you so that you can get your own intuitive hits as well, okay? So it says, the sacred landscape is wanting you to know that what you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you're concentrating on the one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion go forwards and upwards, and then you'll see the results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms, so stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. That's a beautiful message. So stay focused. Try not to spread yourself out too thinly by focusing on more than one thing at this time, okay? And wow. Again, with that message about like your spiritual transcendence, like this entire spiritual connection has all been about how to ascend spiritually to higher levels of consciousness, and it's been exhausting. Like literally, that's the mountain that you have had to climb. It's beautiful. Okay, right, so the next two decks, we have a Divine Feminine deck and a Divine Masculine. We're going to pull from both, and it's completely up to you which of these cards that you take for yourself, because remember, we all have Divine Feminine and Masculine within us, so you can easily utilize both of these healing messages to help you balance out your internal DM and DF, or again, if you feel more comfortable with just taking the one of them, that's not a problem. Okay, right, so the Divine Feminine one. Your divine nature is the beauty of all beauty. Wow. And then the Divine Masculine. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. The wise continually praises. Interesting. For twin flames. Okay, top one then. And finally, you have surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all that you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to desired outcome can sabotage it. So yeah, it's time to release expectations, okay? Put your intent out into the universe, which you have been with this Magician energy, but then surrender attachment to the results of what you've manifested. I will say this, if you were to personify the universe, then you would learn very, very quickly that the universe has got a very twisted sense of humour, okay? So you will get your results, but be prepared to receive the results in a very unexpected way. All right. So I'm trying not to use any personal stories in these reads, because it's about you, not me. I am struggling a bit. So just take my word for it, okay, that the universe will send you the results in a very unexpected way. So, for example, if you're trying to manifest success, you will manifest success, but that success will come through a different way than how you had imagined it to. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you have to be prepared to diverge ever so slightly off your current path. For those of you who have already witnessed that kind of thing, you'll know exactly what it is I'm trying to say. All right, your results will come through, but you have to keep an open mind. All right. Really interesting read. Very, very difficult energy to get through as well, because again, there was two very specific groups of you. I think we should leave that one there. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is more suited towards your needs, then the link to do that can be found in my descriptions box, and it's in my pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.